Hello and welcome to this women's gold final today at the Final Four in the National Volleyball Center in Kettering. Right, we are just about to see the starting sixes called out for each team. Really exciting day of volleyball that we've had so far. We've had 2 matches go to 5 sets already today. Excited to see what happens in this gold medal final. This is a rematch of the cup final that we saw last weekend, that we saw SideOut Polonia take in 3 straight sets. So Luke, what do you think is going to happen today?
I'm still trying to recover from the 5-setter that we've just experienced here at the National Volleyball Centre, but I think this is going to be a great game. Yes, SideOut won 3-0 in the cup final, but looking back at the stats from the regular season, SideOut winning 3-0, and then Durham winning 3-2 in a game back in December. You know, it's 2-1 to SideOut in the games, but this is going to be interesting. A really tough match that we're about to see here.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we were just discussing before we went live on the stream that at the minute in the head-to-head, it looks like SideOut has the advantage. They have won the last 6 straight sets in all competitions between these 2 teams. And another complication of this is we are in the final. There's a lot on the line here. Both of these teams having played yesterday, Durham having played to 5 sets. How do you think that's going to impact them in their performance today?
Yeah, I think, you know, there will be some fatigue there, but I think the energy and the motivation to get this gold medal will see the Durham team play well. Interestingly, both of these teams being 2 times winners of this league. But for me, it's about, can Durham stop Polonia running the middle? I think that's going to be key to this game.
I think as well, because of what we saw yesterday in the matchup between, the matchup that Durham had, they had an epic game of middles. KJ Turner coming in clutch with the slide on the regular, scoring 15 attack kills in that match. Do we think this is going to be a battle of the middles between these 2 sides?
Absolutely. I think the Durham's strongest part of their offense game is their middle play. Yesterday we saw that. Will they be able to get the ball in? Will they be able to get a serve receive going to allow them to run that ball?
Right, we're just seeing the announcement of the starting lineup for Team SideOut Polonia, starting with number 9 captain, Jana Parvova, followed by number 3, Merv Aiken as the setter, number 6, Jaden Scott, one of their middles, number 5, Masha Sviridova at the other middle, number 18, Yulia Tokarenko as outside hitter, number 19, Sydney Busa, outside hitter, and as the starting libero, number 10, Alara Yilmaz, And now for the Durham women, we have number 10, Malaya Stanton as the setter, number 5, Sydney Stevens, outside hitter, number 4, Taylor Lutinkin, middle hitter, excellent in yesterday's match, number 7, the captain, Alice Brand, at outside, number 18, Carmen Carfino, and of course, epic in the middle, as we mentioned, number 6, KJ Turner, and with their starting libero is number 2, Emily Haber.
Interestingly, Polonia choosing to change their libero from yesterday's game. This is the libero that played in the cup final. So maybe Coach Mark just making a change, giving his players some court time yesterday as they won 3-0 versus Essex in the semi-final.
Yeah, really interesting change. As well, seeing that Polonia have started Yulia Tokarenko. Yesterday they started with Alice Jagielska, who was excellent in the match. So interesting to see if the youngster makes an appearance today. We're going to get started here with the Durham setter, number 10, Stanton, to get this match going. Stanton starts us off with a tough float serve straight at the libero. Straight set to the outside. Parmova puts it down. You can see how much that first point means to them.
What a way to start the game. Great passing by the libero Yilmaz. Ball out to Takarenko, who clinically puts the ball away.
Yeah, so now we have number 3, Merv Aiken, to serve for the Polonia team. What a dipping float serve. Out of system, out of the backcourt. Set goes to the middle. Early swing by Latinkin. Tokarenko, somehow that ball is dug by Stanton. And Sviridova keeping us moving in this match. What a start.
What a start. Kill point from SideOut, followed by an epic rally in only the second point of this game.
I will say early on in that point, quite interesting move by Brand, who I think headed the ball back over the net.
And some great defense then by Stanton.
Aiken serves again, aiming for Brand, trying to take her out of the offense. And they do go to the opposite. Number 5, Sydney Stevens.
Yeah, great swing by Sydney Stevens. Block not quite there, so choosing to hit cross court, good choice.
How much do you think that the passing is going to play into this?
Yeah, they're going to try and get these middles going quite early on, both teams, but not able to on this one.
What a slide by Latenkin, short slide. Busa takes a swing from the backcourt. Out of system to Brand on the opposite end. Again out of system on the Polonia side. Parmova takes a crack at it. Pipe coming.
Great shots, splitting the defense, putting the ball in between Busa and the libero.
Yeah, Yilmaz and Busa didn't look like they were quite in position for a pipe play there. A little bit of confusion, both players looking at one another. So Stevens will serve again. Shanked pass by Yilmaz.
Good serving pressure from Durham. That is going to be key to this game. They don't want to give Sviridova, they don't want her in the game, so they're going to have to serve aggressively, and serving at 1 is a good option, as the setter won't like that coming from behind her.
Better pass from Yilmaz, still out of system. Parmova aims for that line, but unable to convert that point.
Going for hands, but not finding them this time. Again, good serving pressure here from Sydney Stevens, and she looks to serve down the line again, I imagine, at the libero.
Much better pass here. Going to the outside, Tokarenko has a swing. Great cover by Captain Parmova. Tokarenko again. Great dig by Haber. Carfino with the early roll shot.
Yeah, and Takarenko wasn't quite ready there to play defense. So they just shot the ball over the block, into that gap, into that hole. Good shot. Durham have started really strong here.
Again, Stevens serves at the libero. Much better this time. Getting Sviridova in.
Yeah, and point from Sviridova. They will want to get her in this game nice and early. That will make it easier for the wide players. So good setting choice there. She hasn't really had any opportunities to set her, but the first time of asking, she did.
Parmova here to serve. Unfortunately out after a long run by Durham. Seems a bit of a letdown by Polonia to have a service error on that first rotation.
Maybe it's just nerves as we're in this final. I'm sure it will settle down on both teams.
Latinkin serves. Another float serve. Parmova, that's actually a decent pass. Busa swings from the outside. And now we've got Brand coming back with a tip. Yilmaz well read. Tokarenko tips into the antenna.
Good defense there as well from the Durham middle playing backcourt. She's on the serve now.
Yeah, we saw this from both Durham middles yesterday, actually, and I commented this to the coach before the match when I was speaking to him. I remarked that it was quite impressive that both middles are pretty solid in the backcourt. Smart play by Busa, going over the hands of Brand, straight down the line.
Yeah, good shot by Busa there.
That brings Sviridova up to serve. So currently no libero on the court for the Polonia side. We'll see if their middles are good in defense like we've seen from Durham. Pipe again. Much better from the Polonia defense. Spoke a little too early there.
The defense there, just putting the pressure on the setter. Just so important to get the ball up into the middle of the court and allow you to play some offense. And unfortunately on that time for side out, putting their setter under too much pressure with the defense.
Yeah, and setting up KJ Turner for an easy kill. Captain Brand to serve. Again serving at the libero. Yilmaz having a bit of a tough start here. Free ball taken by Durham. Tooling off the hands of Tokarenko and out.
What I really like about this Durham team is they run that slide. So KJ Turner running that slide there and then setting the ball quicker out to 4 just means they can go off the hands.
Again to Yilmaz, still out of system slightly. Busa using the high hands of the setter Stanton on the Durham side.
And Busa showing there why she claimed MVP in the cup final last weekend. She'll be looking to put on another good performance today.
Tokarenko serves. Again, that slide that we saw that was so effective from KJ Turner yesterday.
Such a good option for the Durham offense. Stanton puts it on a plate for KJ Turner there.
Short serve here. Tokarenko does a good job to get that up. Aiken looking for the touch on the block. Won't get it.
It could be a timeout yet. Timeout here called by Coach Mark from SideOut.
Yeah, surprisingly, we're already at 5-11 in this match. It feels like we've only been watching for about 2 minutes. Interestingly,
the poll from our YouTube channel is that 66% of you think that Team SideOut are going to win this. And so far, they find themselves 5-11 down in this first set. They've not come out firing on all cylinders at the start of this set. But similar to how they started yesterday, really, in the semi too.
Yeah, they struggled in serve receive in the first few points in that semifinal. It was almost like you said, the nerves are kind of getting to them. They need to settle into the match. Once they get the rhythm, you know, I would expect this to be a highly competitive match. There's a good chance that we could have another 5-setter on our hands. So Carfino to serve off that timeout. Again serving at the libero. Busa straight down the line.
Another clinical shot from Busa. Yeah, the block not quite lining up with her, allowing her to hit down the line. Great shot as she goes now back to the backcourt.
Do we think that the quality of that pass meant that the blockers on the Durham side were actually following Jaden Scott?
Yeah, absolutely.
KJ Turner with this set. Sydney Stevens just turning that ball wide.
Yeah, going for hands. So SideOut have responded well after the timeout.
Busa to serve again. Aiming for that seam between Haber and Carfino. Much better swing from Stevens there.
What a set from Akin.
Incredible set there. Parmova just absolutely putting a hammer down on that ball.
You can see with these balls that the setting contact from these ladies is impeccable.
Smart serve from Busa. KJ Turner not on the slide that time, but a straight hit from the opposite.
Yeah, they'll be keen to get her in this game, and she's already had 2 kills. Great shot down the line. She's really a big part of this Durham offense.
And now here she is from the service line. Tough take from Tokarenko. Durham looking to put their middles in. Tokarenko from the back line.
Big heavy swing from Tokarenko.
That's the type of experience that you really want to get into this game, right? That brings up Jaden Scott to serve.
Very hard hitter is Tokarenko.
Jaden apologizing to her team there, but I must say on the Durham side, Haber was absolutely ready to get that. She thought that was going to be a tape trickler.
She's so impressive. Her movement around the court is something else. Makes passing and defense look very easy.
Stanton serves, puts pressure on Team Polonia. However, somehow they get a middle attack out of that ball.
Yeah, great serve receive. And if possible, they'll set her. It's the reason why she's their lead point winner.
Aiken back to serve. Good pass from Carfino. Brand, cross court, it's up. Busa chases it down, free ball coming back. Again, back to the middles on the Durham side. Parmova, short jump. Out of system ball to Stevens. Great dig by the setter Aiken. Busa again from the backcourt. Out of system ball going to the pipe. Tokarenko takes a swing, high hands. Great touch by Carfino. Unfortunately, not high enough that her teammates can get to it. Longest rally so far.
What a rally. Tokarenko winning the point. But what I liked in that rally is you see how both teams thinking clever, thinking intelligent volleyball, taking the setter out, forcing both teams out of system.
Aiken serves again, aiming at Brand.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Durham timeout coming soon.
Yeah, there's definitely been a shift in momentum here. Polonia will be happy to take advantage before they get back around to that serve-receive rotation that they struggled with last time. Aiken serves much better from Carfino. Still out of system, though. Free ball back. Great pass from Busa. Tokarenko, high hands again, but Carfino was able to get it this time.
That's a great swing from Sydney Stevens. Really good shot there from Sydney Stevens, swinging high and putting it into the deep corner. Such an impressive shot. You can see how close the Polonia defense was. They're expecting the ball to be hit within that 3 meter line, and she just swings high.
Tokarenko has to put a free ball over. Set goes out to Brand, bit wide there. Aiken taking that first ball, she puts it up for Parmova. Great defense by Stevens there. Haber chases it down, so a free ball is coming back. Busa with the pass. Oh, confusion in the middle. What a play! What a play.
Some confusion there between setter and middle. Sviridova running something different to what the setter had in mind, but just bumping the ball over and winning the point.
I mean, how often do you see a bump kill, especially from a middle? That brings Captain Parmova up to serve. She serves at Carfino.
Oh,
straight to
swing.
the middle. That is the power of a great pass. Carfino does really well there to handle that serve. Latinkin puts that ball down with interest. So now she's back to serve. Much better pass there from Yilmaz. In-system swing from Busa is successful.
Yeah, noticeably the set there was a bit quicker out to Busa. So she went high hands, wiping off the block. Great job from the 4-player.
Sviridova serves at Carfino. Carfino handles it and gets the set back. Quick touch from Busa puts a free ball back. Brand again, high and over the block.
Winning points in the deep corners for Durham. Something that Polonia might need to consider, adapting their defense slightly. As Brand now goes back to serve.
Brand serves at Parmova. Busa again, using that side differential between herself and the setter Stanton on the Durham side.
Yeah, a bit of a mismatch there in terms of hitter versus blocker. Maybe something for the Durham coach to think about when they change at the end of this set, maybe change the rotation up slightly.
The slide from KJ Turner is well picked up by Tokarenko. Off-speed attack by Busa into the net.
Trying to play an almost beach-like shot there with a roll shot as we see Tokarenko coming out.
Hayashi coming in. This is a defensive substitution that they make quite often. So now they'll take Parmova out of the serve receive, giving them a little bit of more strength. Carfino serves at Hayashi. Great defense from Durham. Amazing swing by Sydney Stevens.
Yeah, great swing by Sydney Stevens here. Yeah, not a huge gap in the block, but she found it. Durham just need to think now that SideOut don't really have an opposite on court here, so think about where we stack our block.
A service on the defensive specialist.
19-15 to Durham. Second timeout being called by Coach Mark. 19-15 down.
What would you be saying to your team if it was you?
It's hard. I think their passing's been a bit inconsistent. They've only really run the middle once, I think. And that's been a key to this SideOut team. So read the ball, read the serve. Let's get the ball up in the middle of the court so we can play. I don't think he'll be panicking yet, but Durham have come out the stronger team in this first set.
They've certainly had more consistency in that serve receive. You know, Polonia seemed to be targeting Carfino in the serve receive, but she hasn't really had a misstep so far.
No, and in terms of the Libros at the moment, the Durham Libros definitely looking the stronger of the two.
Carfino at Yilmaz. They run a slide. Well defended by Durham. Oh, great touch by Hayashi, but unfortunately just outside of reach of her teammates.
Awesome defense there, played by number 18 of Durham, Carfino. Running that slide ball out quick, but she was able to pick it up and play something. They played offense from defense.
Hayashi to give a high set to Busa, but Busa opts to take it over with a free ball. Busa off speed from the net. Touch by Brand, out of system to Stevens. The block coverage is there by Stanton, but it just didn't go to plan.
She just chucked a hand out on the block cover and just almost forced it.
Yeah, really hard to keep yourself from swinging your arms when you're underneath that block like that. Nice serve from Busa. Great pass, though. Back to KJ Turner on that opposite side. For a middle, she really likes to hit from that opposite side.
And the Durham coach, Paul Welsh, liked that. She's now going back court, so let's see what happens here.
This was their strongest rotation when they were playing yesterday, so it would be good to see.
Oh, that's a huge block.
Latinkin with the clutch block. Absolute monster here.
Read it because, like I said, Polonia want to get this middle running, but where they haven't had the serve receive, it was almost predictable.
Great pickup by Busa there. Hayashi with a standing roll shot. Inside set to Stevens. And now an out-of-system ball to Parmova. Carfino does well to duck out of the way of that one.
And interestingly, you see Busa now switching to play at one backcourt, and the defensive specialist is at 6. So Durham just need to read that. There'll be no pipe ball here, but there may be an opposite.
Parmova is blocked by the setter, Stanton.
Great blocking line from Stanton. Right on the outside of that block.
Really impressive stuff. It's not often that you see a setter block in that way. Overpass is killed.
And that's it. First set.
Very fast.
Did
really
not expect that.
No, I don't think I did either. Really strong start from Durham. They got their middles in play early on. They seem like they're sticking to the game plan that they set out before the match started. Polonia a little out of sorts. Do you think it's just nerves, or do you think it's the pressure that Durham are putting on them at the minute?
I think it's a combination of both. Durham came out strong. It'll be interesting to see the depth in the Durham squad. Coach Paul Welsh saying that he thinks he's got some depth in the squad.
Yeah, interesting comment from him ahead of this match. interesting as well. They've only got one libero, so Haber has been excellent. She was excellent yesterday. She's been great so far in this match, but they don't have a backup as far as that goes. It'll be interesting to see if he does make any changes. We didn't see much in the way of changes yesterday. So
you can see the Polonia coaching team having a chat now, talking to the statistician. Do they need to change any of their lineups?
yeah, Polonia has the option here. They have quite a lot of depth to their squad. They have a lot of experienced players. It'll be interesting to see if they make any changes or if they let things go and just say, you know, we've had that first set. We're warmed up now. We're settled in. Let's go out and start strong in set number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Durham needs to keep up this pressure. SideOut, you give SideOut an opportunity by playing too easy or giving free balls, they will be clinical because they've got some very, very good hitters. Key to beating SideOut is, can you take the middles out of the game and can you put them under pressure?
Do you think SideOut is putting enough service pressure on the Durham passing unit?
Maybe not as much as they did yesterday, but I do think that this Durham passing unit is responding really well so far. Been really impressed by the Durham libero. And I think Carfino has come out playing some great defense in that first set.
Fully agreed. Well, at least what we can say for certain is that this is going to be a different outcome than what we saw last weekend at the Cup final with Durham taking set number 1. You can see the Durham players are eager to get out onto the court for set 2. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
Team SideOut still having a chat. Coach Mark quite animated down in the corner, talking to a couple of his players, giving them very clear instructions. I see a lot of nodding heads, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, and the last time Durham beating SideOut, back in December, SideOut were up 2-0.
Okay, reverse sweep from Durham. That's interesting. Do we see the flip of that, or do we see Durham continue to dominate as this match continues?
At this point in the season, you know, the final match of the season in this indoor season for both these teams, it's very much a mindset game. Who can hold their nerve?
No change to the lineups on either side of the net. I'm sorry, I've made a mistake. Jagielska is in.
Oh, big swing by Sviridova to start the set. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the change. Don't think SideOut used the opposite player at all really in that game, and then taking the opposite player out and bringing in a defense specialist didn't really have the desired effect on that set.
What a swing from Sydney Stevens, again using the speed of that offense and the distraction of Polonia following Latenkin to give her that one-on-one setup. Long set to Tokarenko. Durham in the net on that block. That brings setter Aiken up to serve, which puts the young player Jagielska into the front court as the opposite in this set. Interesting to see Tokarenko move from opposite to outside in set number 2.
I think that's where she's more natural from what I've seen.
Good set to the middle, and Sviridova puts it away despite the defensive efforts of Haber.
So Sviridova's now won 2 points already in this set. Again, key to the SideOut offense is can they get the middle running?
Luke, I think you've got a shout out in the chat.
Oh, thank you very much.
Great pickup by Carfino on that really tough serve. Latenkin with an incredible turn on that strike from the middle.
Yeah, she just twisted there, didn't she, and changed direction. Looked like she was going to hit towards 5, but then swung and changed direction, hitting towards 1.
Bringing herself up to serve. She serves at position 1 where Aiken is penetrating from. Again, back to Sviridova. Stevens unable to handle that one.
Yeah, They will run it. Anytime they can run the middle with Sviridova front court, they will run it. And I'm sure the Durham coaching staff will be telling their players, got to read the game. Take away space, make it difficult, but take nothing away from Sviridova. She is a top quality volleyball player.
Haber chasing that ball to the line and watching it out. Tokarenko with the service error. Durham look slightly relieved here. They're down 4-2 in this second set. Strong start from Polonia. Will it continue? Again serving at Yilmaz. Strong swing from Busa, has a containing block touch. Set to Carfino with the one-on-one.
Yeah, notice again how KJ Turner running the slide means that Sviridova sticks with her because they know if they set her, they've got to put a block up, making Carfino's job out through 4 that much easier, and she puts the ball away cross court.
Brand to serve at Tokarenko. Great pass. Going to Jagelska, who's blocked on her first attack attempt, so a free ball comes over. Going for the slide, KJ Turner, high hands and down.
It's the battle of the middles. KJ Turner versus Sviridova at the moment.
And at the minute, KJ Turner is winning. She is doing exactly what she did yesterday and dominating that slide. Brand again serves at Yilmaz. Straight to the middle. Very fast offense there.
I don't really know what else to say. It's the battle of the middles, really. We're seeing both middles now established. We've only played 10 points in the second set, and most of the offense has been from the middle on both teams.
Decent pass to KJ Turner again, who's blocked. That is going to be big from Busa.
KJ Turner almost looks more natural going around for that slide ball than in the middle. But they got to keep the Polonia blocking guessing, so good choice.
And Sviridova into the net. You can see the disappointment in herself. Coach Mark giving her a nod. She has had an excellent rotation. Carfino serves again at Yilmaz. They continue to go for that. Everybody shouting for a double touch on that set. Referee saying it's fine. Out of system to Busa, well dug by Carfino. Again to KJ Turner at that opposite position, that time going for natural opposite instead of the slide.
Yeah, I think Durham would have been really disappointed if they lost that point. Contact from the setter from Polonia did look like a double to me.
Much better pass here from Yilmaz, out to Jagelska, who takes the off-speed touch, but well covered by her teammates. The set goes out to Sydney Stevens. Great block touch by Jaden Scott. Scramble play. Carfino and Haber both going for that ball. Neither able to get it back across the net. A little bit of sweat on the floor. What's volleyball if you don't have a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears?
Jaden Scott got a great touch there in the block. She wasn't anywhere really near it, but managed to get a touch on the block.
Haber struggling to pass that ball. Stevens unable to put it across the net from such an odd angle. She almost hit it like it was a shot put ball from the height of her shoulder. Yeah. Really odd angle. Great service from the youngster Jagelska, though. Again, aiming at Stevens. The tape roller is picked up. Goes back to KJ Turner, who's blocked. And the referee says she was in the net.
Coach Welsh just asking for some clarification. Good serving pressure here.
Yeah, Jagelska, part of that under-18 Boswell's Cup winners in the student finals. Serves at Haber, ace service. An immediate timeout called by Durham. Haber walking off, separate from her team, off around the back to get herself sat down, grab some water, needing that little bit of mental space.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that last pass, but generally speaking, she's been on fire today so far. Good service pressure from the young Polonia player.
Yeah, much better service pressure in this second set from Polonia than what we saw in set number 1. How did Durham come back mentally from the pressure?
Yeah, they just got to hold their nerve. A couple of points down now here, but they've got that first set in the bag.
It is still relatively tight. It's 7-10. 3 points in volleyball isn't actually a lot. You can quite easily get on a run and come back from that. Jagielska serves Brand this time. Great pass out to Stevens, who slams it, but amazingly, Yilmaz defends that well. The out-of-system ball is put over. It goes back out to Stevens, who puts it down this time over the hands of Aiken.
Yeah, great play by Sydney Stevens. She works so hard when she doesn't have the ball to get behind the ball, make sure she's got a really aggressive approach with her footwork, and ultimately that's why she's able to put the ball away like she does.
KJ Turner as well at aiming at Yilmaz. Great defense again from Carfino. Stevens with the strike between the two blockers. Jaden Scott wasn't able to close up to Aiken.
That was more like a beach shot, and if you know, Sydney Stevens has played a lot of beach. She played for Long Beach State in their beach setup.
Great pass from Yilmaz this time. Straight out to Busa. The speed of that offense.
Yep, great setting. Great setting, just sticking out to 4. And the middle blocker from Durham not able to get there, so hitting cross court.
Busa serves at Stevens, who gets the ball back as a set. Great touch. Free ball coming back, but it is out. Haber doing a great job chasing that ball all the way to the line.
Yeah, really well tracked by Haber. It's important when you play libero or defense to track the ball back. Otherwise you can make yourself look a bit silly if that dropped in. Just tracked it back, watched it back, and then left it at the last minute. Good job.
Stanton to serve. Again at Yilmaz. Passing is getting much better from her. Busa with a hard strike. Carfino chases it down. Out of system, Stevens puts the free ball over. Busa with the pass to the outside, Tokarenko. What a swing. As a statistician, are you giving that as a kill to Tokarenko despite the block, the net touch on the Durham side?
Let's be kind to the hitter. Great heavy swing there from Tokarenko.
Jaden Scott serves at Haber, who struggles slightly. Very tight set, somehow kept alive. Amazing pancake by Tokarenko there. Stevens with the tip. Very good use of the high hands of Tokarenko there. That was a tight set. She was going to struggle to get a swing away at that. Smart short serve. Again back to the middle. What a pass by Yilmaz.
Sviridova, she just almost holds herself in the air, waits to see what she's got up in front of her, and then turns the ball to position 1.
Great use, because even if Stanton was able to get that up, they would have been out of system to get ball back across the net. Carfino, at the last minute, that float serve moving on her. And an ace service for the setter, Aiken.
Great serve from Aiken. Good choice as well to serve deep at 5.
Side out now up 14-11. And Aiken to serve again. Much better pass from Carfino. Again, straight to the middle. Both sides, when they get those good passes, bringing those middles in.
Yes, that middle gets really close to the setter, just opening up her body and hitting cross court to 5.
Nice serve from Letenkin, targeting Tokarenko in the front court. Sviridova is able to get a hand on that. Carfino, smart roll shot, chase down. Free ball coming back. Stevens with the pass. The ball goes to Brand. That set not looking the most comfortable, but it does put side out of system, and another free ball. Miscommunication there, and Carfino has a fault crossing the center line.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances to put that point away. They'll be frustrated that they haven't. The free ball pass from Sydney Stevens was just a little bit low for me, forcing the setter. She didn't really have a chance to run the offense like she wanted to.
Tokarenko serves at Haber. Great pass. Brand swings cross court. Good defense by Aiken. And Busa under pressure from the Durham block.
Yeah, the set obviously not coming from the setter because they're out of system. Just a high ball chucked up to 4, and she just sort of got her timing, got not quite comfortable on the ball, and then ultimately swinging out.
That brings Brand up to serve. The passing from Yilmaz has massively improved, but KJ Turner.
She liked that one, slapping the floor as she roofed Sviridova. Doesn't happen very often.
And that is exactly what Coach Paul Welsh would have been looking for before this match. Shutting out Sviridova is key. One of the best middles in the league.
Followed up by a great float serve from Brand, formerly of Dark Star Derby.
Great use of the seam between Yilmaz and Tokarenko on that ball. Out of system. Jagielska has to put it over as a free ball. Carfino off the hands of Jagielska and out.
Great set from Stanton there. She just squared her shoulders off nicely, setting the ball out to 4.
And we see that same defensive substitution, although this time Hayashi will be playing as an outside in the backcourt defensively, so she'll be in 6.
Durham just need to read this. There'll be no pipe coming.
Great pass again. Jagielska high hands, well defended by Stevens. Carfino with the angle on that very wide set.
Jagielska blocking line there for me. Let's just have a look at it again. She's just drifting out on her block, almost blocking outside the aerial. And the 4 players just come in and hit in between the blockers. So
yeah, really tough as a young blocker as well. You know, she's part of the under 18 Boswell squad. So following the ball as it's set, but you have to realize at a certain point, if it's going past the antenna, you actually need to come back inside because the only option for the attacker is on that sharp cross angle.
Yeah. But Durham have sort of played really well in the last couple of points.
Yeah, they really have. They've come back now, and they're up 2 points, 17-15. Really great volleyball to watch. So Captain Brand will serve again off a timeout. The question is, will the service pressure continue? Great pickup from Brand there.
There we go. Sviridova choosing to tip a ball. Brand playing some great defense. So what does SideOut do? Give it back to her. And this time she thinks, no, I'm not messing around with a tip. I'll put it to the floor, showing why she's such the volleyball player she is.
KJ Turner on the slide is blocked this time by Jaden Scott. Carfino with the roll. Great pickup by Aiken. Busa, tip. Brand, easily read. KJ Turner on the slide again. Hayashi is there. Busa high hands. Great chase out by Stevens. Carfino, roll shot again. Out of system to Busa.
Great rally. Are we going to get the what a rally jingle that we have here at Kettering?
It doesn't sound like
Not
it.
this time.
I think we should have done.
I'm going to be singing that in my sleep, I think, for the next couple of weeks.
Carfino to serve here. Great pass again. Busa going for the sharp angle. And I think now what we're seeing is that Aiken is just starting to get a little bit one-dimensional. They're going outside a lot, and when they're not going outside, they're going to the middle.
Yeah, I think it's a risk taking one of your 4 hitters off backcourt and bringing in a defense specialist. means that they've got one less hitting option. And is the side-out offense becoming a little bit predictable, especially when they don't get the ball in?
They certainly seem to be feeling the pressure at the minute. Still down. They're down by 3 now, so Durham have gotten themselves back into the lead, pressing to start off with a really strong 2-set lead. Carfino serves at Yilmaz. Again, the passing is just getting so much better. Jagielska going high hands.
Carfino played defense there with her hands almost above her head. Probably better if she just formed a bit of a gator, a bit of a beat shot.
Can be a bit unnatural for an indoor player. I'm sure Brand can teach her how to do it. Jagielska serves at Stevens, out of system, going for the pipe. Carfino, roll shot. Busa with the hard shot off of KJ Turner's hands.
Big point, Busa will be happy with that after the last mistake she made. High ball out to 4.
The Durham defense there really stacked up on top of each other. Jagielska serves again. Haber with a great pass to the slide. Yilmaz with the touch. She'll be disappointed with herself. Hayashi getting a congratulations from her coach on chasing that ball down even though she wasn't able to get to it.
Slide from Turner again, showing how effective it can be for Durham.
Turner serves. Yilmaz struggles this time, out of system. Busa has to tip, but well defended. Stevens, and it's coming back from Busa. High hands, much better pass from Carfino there. To the middle, Latenkin off high hands again.
What you notice there is Carfino's now swinging line on the defense here at 6. Sub for Polonia.
Right, Captain Parmova now comes in for Busa. She's had a couple of errors, so let's see if the captain can bring some calm to this Polonia side. KJ Turner, tight pass from Yilmaz. Great cover by Hayashi. Excuse me, that was Jaden Scott. Stevens with the off-pace swing. Goes to the outside, Parmova. Well defended by Turner. Use of the high hands. What
Great
a touch.
defense.
The referee emphatically calling that ball in. All of the Polonia players convinced that that was a block-out kill.
Yeah, again, line judge has got a good view of it there, and the ref agreeing with the line judge as KJ Turner goes back to serve.
Serves at Hayashi. Still out of system. Parmova off balance, but gets a good swing out of it. Forcing the middle on the Durham side. Dump is somehow picked up. Out of system, back to Parmova. Off Latenkin's arms.
Surprised that wasn't called for a lift. But you know what? Let it happen sometimes. Let the game flow. Tokarenko.
Substitution. Busa's coming back in for Parmova.
Some confusion here as to...
I think we're okay now.
We're all good.
Busa comes back in to serve. Parmova did a great job coming in as a substitution there. Might have just been that the Polonia coaching staff wanted to have a couple of words with Busa. She's back in, she serves at Haber.
Ooh.
And somehow gets Haber out of sorts and comes in clutch with the ace.
We can see it from where we're sat here. That ball was floating and Haber just tracking it, but I think she was going to leave it and then at the last minute decided to play.
Shank pass again, 2 in a row. Ace is on the libero.
She's been so good.
And
but we have a timeout, yeah. So important when you're up to keep the lead. So good timeout decision by Coach Paul Welsh.
And you can see him immediately grabbing Haber off to the side, telling her to shake it off, then getting straight in on the huddle with his team. Do you think they'll change their serve-receive shape here?
No, I think they'll trust their libero. They'll let her have another go.
She has been excellent. You know, 2 serve reception errors in a row is very out of character for Haber. But the pressure from Busa, really impressive. So side out is now 21-22.
That is Coach Paul Welsh's point.
You can see the passion in the Durham players as they're celebrating that as though it was set point. Latinkin especially. But yeah, Coach Paul Welsh will be claiming that point for himself. So Stanton back to serve. She serves long.
Not a time to miss a serve for me.
Yeah, you don't really want to be getting your opponent almost level with you. Polonia making another substitution. We've got Carrie Millard coming in as the serving specialist. With an interesting slide serve.
And she's got an ace.
Exactly the impact that Coach Mark was after when he put her in. What a service.
She's almost starting off court. It's coming in diagonally with a float serve.
Again, trouble on the Durham side.
What an impact substitution.
And now we have set point for SideOut Polonia, 24-23, with Carrie Miller coming in with an impressive slide service. On Carfino this time, much better pass. Goes out to Brand. Great dig by Busa. Tokarenko has a swing. Again, great coverage. Stevens will now have a swing. Millard, the serving substitution, comes and defends that ball.
And they've got it. They've gone high hands to win the set.
Great swing from Tokarenko there.
What a set of volleyball. Some great coaching decisions there.
Yeah, really great hitter. Again, somebody that has that experience, putting the ball down, using those high hands, going after it, and not being afraid. You know, if that block wasn't there, that ball was going well out.
And the Polonia team just praising Millard, who came in and served 3 big points.
Such a pressured moment as well. You know, you're down when you come on as a serving substitution. You've not been necessarily warm because you're on the bench. It's the end of the second set. But to deliver at that time, really impressive. Just seeing some of the Polonia players warming up between sets here. I see Parmova amongst those warming up, so it looks like she's going to continue to have lost her position on the starting 6.
He'll be going with Tokarenko and Parmova and Busa.
Yeah, with Jagelska on opposite. Again, really impressive performance from the under-18 national champion.
It looks like we've got some some in-between set entertainment here.
This is pretty impressive dance moves that we're seeing now. Right, so it's 1 set all between these 2 teams. Really impressive volleyball.
We have got party atmosphere here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. Just a reminder that next up, we've got the men's gold medal match.
Oh, it's a dance-off. Right.
And a repeat of the women's gold medal match with Durham going up against Polonia.
Some awesome volleyball to see so far. Really excited to see if we have another 5-set match. So we might be here until Christmas watching volleyball.
Always going to be the case today, as we see teams that are more evenly matched. As this young dancer is stealing the show here at the National Volleyball Centre. The Polonia ladies supporting him too. Hey!
What a performance. What a performance. Tough position to be in. Definitely a lot more noise coming in for our young man with his dancing skills, but each of them go away with a monster block foam hand. That's some great between set entertainment. As the Polonia players are the first on the court in preparation for set number 3.
Yep, so choosing to stay with Tokarenko and Busa, with Jagielska playing in that opposite position. Wouldn't be surprised if we see
a bit of confusion on the Polonia side on who's in what position. I think they've organized themselves now. Yeah, second referee has agreed they are in the correct starting positions. So Durham to start us off this time. The setter Stanton will get us going.
Yeah, and one of the things for me is we've seen some substitutions from the SideOut team, some depth in their squad. Yet to see a substitution from Durham.
Great pass from Busa to start us off. High hands from Jaden Scott.
Yep, get in the middle going again. Nice swing from Jaden Scott. Not getting as much of the ball as Sviridova does, but putting the opponent away when she does get the opportunity.
Scott serves at Haber. Good pass from Haber. Again going to the middle on the Durham side. Latinkin swings, but now we're going out to Tokarenko.
And just look at how she adjusted to the ball. Her arm speed. Put the ball away.
Yeah, going between the hands of Latinkin there, who I think was actually in a good blocking position. Stevens here goes high hands off of Sviridova.
Yeah, rare blocking mistake there for Sviridova. She just didn't turn and finish her block back into court, allowing that player to hit off her hands and out.
That brings Sydney Stevens up to serve. Tokarenko again. Outside the hand of Brand there.
Yeah, she's really getting into this game, Tokarenko. She goes from sort of hitting that really hard, aggressive hit to almost like a in-between roll shot, just taking a bit of pace off, but taking on the hands.
Aiken serves here at Carfino. Brand to swing. That's a very sharp angle.
Big shot. Big shot from Brand.
Really good to see from the captain. Lead by example, put that ball down, bring Latinkin up to serve. Again, when both middles on the court, really strong rotations for the Durham side. To Sviridova.
Great chase
Looks
down.
like it's coming back. Carfino to put the free ball back. Is it going back to the middle? It is, but a missed time. Tokarenko looked like she missed that connection as well. So we continue on. Back to Sviridova. Hard swing that time.
Yeah, Carfino read the ball. She knew it was going there. Getting a great touch on the block.
Yeah, Turner looked to be convinced that that ball was going to the outside, was nowhere near that middle attack, but great read by Carfino. Tokarenko at Stevens, well out of system here. Carfino off the high hands.
That's such a good shot. Durham's passing's not quite on where it was in set 1. Maybe that's SideOut's service pressure's just got that little bit more aggressive. But Stanton's dug the last couple of sets, so they want to just get some rhythm back into the game. Put the ball up high so that she can get her hands on the ball.
Brand serves at Yilmaz. This pass not exactly where they want it to be. So Busa well inside the net, does well to get a hand on that ball. Carfino as well, scramble on both sides. Sviridova.
Yeah, speed of offense there.
Yeah, KJ Turner getting her hands up across that net. Not quite pressing hard enough, I think. Leaving herself open to a high hands block out ball. Sviridova serving at Haber. Carfino with a very strong strike, well defended by Tokarenko. Turner on the slide. Again defended, but straight back over the net. Slide again off the head of Sydney Busa.
Great setting. Stanton's having a great game there. Carfino put a really good shot in cross court, but the Polonia defense read it well. Going to KJ Turner twice in that rally.
Carfino serves at Tokarenko. Back to the middle, Jaden Scott.
Yeah, I think Stevens almost might need to gamble and block with Sviridova. Haven't seen much from Jagielska front court. Oh. And when Polonia get the chance, they're running the middle. So maybe the Durham coaching team can have a look at that, especially now as Jagielska goes back court.
Yeah, as the Durham coach, you tell KJ Turner right now, if the pass is good on the Polonia side, commit to that middle. Stevens with a good pass. Goes to the outside, tip, but into the antenna.
See what you can see what she was trying to do there. She was trying to wipe off and go off to the antenna, but just not there for her this time.
So Jagielska serves again. Again at Stevens. Better pass. Better swing. One-on-one block against the Polonia setter.
Yeah, what's really impressive there is how well she worked when she didn't have the ball, because the serve was short on her. She was forced to pass the ball, then still managing to get out and have an approach for a swing.
KJ Turner to serve on Yilmaz. Polonia riding their own slide. Yilmaz there to cover. Busa off balance. Comes again. Looking for a crazy angle that just wasn't available to her.
Yeah, I think she was trying to swipe off the hands, but not there. Really good block defense there by Polonia, but unfortunately not getting the point this time.
So KJ Turner to serve again at Yilmaz. Beautiful pass out to Busa. Straight over the net. Goes back out to Busa with Jaden Scott out of that. Well chased down by Durham. The ball comes back. Tokarenko takes that first one. We go back out to Busa. Block out off the arms of Stanton.
It's what she was trying to do on the previous point. This time working for her. One-on-one against the Durham setter, Stanton.
Busa now serves at Haber, who struggles with that ball. So we have a rolling pipe shot from Carfino.
Well left.
Very well left, yes. You could just hear the shout from Coach Paul Welsh on the Durham side, telling his girls not to touch that ball. Smart play, at least she's made the opponents think about that. So Stanton to serve here. Goes at Busa this time. Beautiful pass. Tokarenko with that same hard cross-court shot that we saw was so successful when she was previously on the front row.
Sydney Stevens almost creeping too far back in defense and taking the ball off the libero there, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jaden Scott with a strong serve. Goes to the opposite. Well covered by Sviridova.
Big block.
Tokarenko is blocked by Sydney Stevens.
Yeah, again, that offense is a little bit predictable. Tokarenko needs to go back to swinging high like she was in the last couple of points.
Yilmaz with the ball again out to Tokarenko. Able to hit around the block this time, but the ball straight back over. Bit of a scramble here. Jagielska from the backcourt. Set goes to Latinkin, out. Not quite the connection that Durham were looking for there.
No, but take the positive from it. They've got the middle going. They've got to do that against this Durham team, against this Polonia team, sorry.
So Aiken back to serve now. She now has 3 front court attacking options. The question is she going to use them? She's been going very heavily out to Tokarenko the last few sets. Carfino is
Huge block.
Jagielska, the youngster, very proud of herself on her last block having been used.
Yeah, good adjustment. Finishing back into court, great block.
Aiken serves again. This time at Haber. Really out of system play here. Carfino is just going to take a standing start, unable to get that ball quite over the net.
Yeah, and there's a hitter there. Your job is not to win the point. She was off, off court. She just needed to hit that ball deep corner, giving the Durham time to set up their defense and blocking structure, but this time almost trying too hard when trying to put the point away when just a roll shot would have done. Timeout called by Durham.
Yeah, timely timeout. Side out now up 12-8. The question is, can Durham retain the momentum that they've had in prior sets? In the last set, they went down, they came back up, and then they lost the set in the end. Is it going to continue to be up and down like this? Right, so off the timeout, Aiken back to serve. Again, Polonia have 3 attacking options in the front court, but so do Durham. Aiken serves at Carfino. Beautiful pass. Going to the opposite Brand. Well covered by Latenkin. Carfino tries to play it off high hands. Brand going to talk to the referee, who's
Welsh
not
with
having
his
any of it.
head in his hands.
You can see the intelligence of the players trying to come through, and there's just millimeters of difference between getting it right and getting it wrong. Great pass from Haber here. Goes back out to Carfino. Tokarenko off speed. Great pickup by Haber. Free ball coming though. That's a very tight pass from Busa. Great coverage. Sviridova confused about where the ball was. Great coverage again by Yilmaz. Tokarenko off-speed roll shot. Defense again from Carfino. Back to Jagelska, who takes a rolling high shot. Brand to give a free ball back. Will it go back to the middle? Yes, but well blocked, but covered again by Yilmaz. Tokarenko off the hands and down.
What a rally.
Rally of the match so far?
Absolutely.
That was so long. You can see all of the players on both sides of the net absolutely gassed. The average length of a point in volleyball is between 5 and 10 seconds.
Yeah, that went on.
Yes, that went on. We must have been well above the 30-second mark there.
Just shows how well matched these two teams are.
All right, so 14-8. Aiken to serve again. At Haber, much better pass. Carfino happy with that set. Busa quite well inside the court defensively there.
Big swing from Carfino. They'll need to get a run of serves here. Latenkin is a good server.
KJ Turner back in the front court now. Tight pass from Tokarenko. Sviridova having to tip it, but is successful.
Tip over the middle blocker, always a good point.
Great to see that on the side angle there.
Set wasn't quite there for her, so she made the intelligent choice to tip.
Tokarenko serves at Stevens. Out of system, goes to Carfino. Rolling shot again to Sviridova. Again, that ball not quite high enough where she wanted it to be. KJ Turner, great pickup by Jagelska. And Durham in the net.
Durham players not agreeing with the refereeing again. Have to learn to let the referee do their job.
As a coach, with the couple of errors that have been creeping in on the Durham side, what are you telling your girls right now?
I think they just need to remain calm. It's the occasion. They got to play the occasion. This is a final, yes. They won the first set. What did they do well in the first set? They passed well. They got their middle running. Need to try and get that going again. Put this side-out team under pressure. And at the moment, I'm feeling like Durham are giving side-out way too many free balls. And side-out with some of their offense structure, way too clinical. and sort of pulling away with this set 16-9.
Yeah, completely agree with that. Despite the limited options that SideOut team seem to be using at the minute, they are still dominating this set. Tokarenko serves at Carfino. Well handled though. Straight to KJ Turner with the paintbrush. Out to Jagielska. High hands. Great touch in the back by Sydney Stevens.
Miscommunication by the Durham players. Brand probably could have made. They're asking questions to the referee again, but I just think there was a bit of a miscommunication between Brand and Stanton there on who was going to get the ball. As SideOut goes 17-9 ahead in this third set.
Carfino, that line shot.
Big shot from Carfino. She swung cross-court on the last couple, and this time choosing to swing down the line. Great shot.
We're going to see this backcourt switch again with Tokarenko coming out and Captain Parmova coming in for a bit of backcourt action.
But I think this is what SideOut have to their advantage. Tokarenko is an outstanding volleyball player. She just gets to benefit now from some points off. Have a rest, come back on again.
Busa with a hard swing off the hands of Stanton, but well recovered. KJ Turner blocking Busa. Great watch.
Yet to see a substitution from Durham. And after playing a big match yesterday, is fatigue starting to come in now for Durham?
Turner doing a great job there, following her setter. Jagielska striking Haber on that line shot.
I think it was going out. Let's have a look again. I think Haber might have played. Maybe not, hard to see from this angle, but good shot.
I think Haber defending her face more than anything else there. Great serve by Spiridova. Slide again. Not quite as effective this time. Going way outside to Carfino. Really aiming to go off those high hands. Gets the touch.
Oh, we've got controversy here at the Volleyball Centre as first referee tells the players, calm down. Let me ask the line judge over to see what he saw that nobody else has seen.
This is great refereeing from that first referee to go and talk to the line judge and see exactly what it is that he thinks he saw. Protracted discussion here happening between the line judge and the first referee. Both captains standing next to the referee stand, just waiting to find out what the decision actually will be.
But this disrupts the rhythm of the game now as the
Captain Parmova is still talking to the first referee. She's going to let it go now. But the call has gone against Polonia.
Yeah, and the Polonia fans don't like that. But they are 19-11 up.
Carfino to Yilmaz again. Very quick set back out to Jagielska. Turner with the set.
That time, that definitely got a touch that time.
It definitely did. I think it landed in as well, but a little disappointing from the Polonia block here that there's a gap between those two players when it was an out-of-system set as a bump set from the middle. There was only one place that ball was going. Out to Busa with a smart roll shot.
Yeah, great shot by Busa. Great roll shot. She goes back like she's going to hit it. Same approach as when she hits power, and then just choosing to roll at the last moment. Great shot.
So 2012, Jagielska back to serve. Sydney Stevens off the hands and out. The youngster doing a great job of getting in touch on that, but again, we're going to see that defensive substitution. Hayashi comes in for Jagielska this time, so no opposite in the backcourt.
Just think, can Durham adapt to this? Stack our block out to...
Great pass from Hayashi. Weird setter dump from Aiken. Again, a gap in the block, but well defended by Parmova. Busa taking advantage of the fact that there's no libero on the Durham side of the court. KJ Turner was really great in defense yesterday, but just letting that one fall.
Yeah, just finding that gap again in the Durham defense system. Now, when you play defense, there's always going to be some sort of gaps, and Polonia have found it in the last couple of points.
Great pass by Haber there. Out to Stevens. Slide. Jaden Scott unable to put the ball down. So we go to the slide with Latenkin, who is dug by Busa. Tight pass for Parmova, who does well to get that across the net. Stevens again. Pancake by Parmova into the net, so Yilmaz unable to get to that ball.
21-14 here in this final at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering.
Yeah, much less close as we've seen in earlier sets. You almost wonder, as you mentioned previously, is there a fatigue problem in that Durham team?
Yeah, good swing in the middle there by Jaden Scott. Here comes this serving specialist that we saw in the last set, who came on and no doubt made a huge impact, winning it for SideOut with 3 really strong serves. Let's see what she can do here.
Another great serve from Millard at Carfino, but a great pass. Stevens straight down the line. Millard with the defense. Sviridova, somehow that ball is dug and come over. Sviridova on the second ball. Again, a scramble play.
What a point. Millard coming on, serving a really good serve, and then playing some solid defense.
Really impressive defense from Millard there. Great defense on both sides of the net, though, in that point. To the middle on the Durham side, and now we're going to go to Parmova, who takes a hard angle at Brand.
Yeah, bringing up set point for SideOut, 24-14. SideOut have just been ruthless in this third set.
With 10 set points, surely as the Durham coach, you're already thinking about set number 4. Great pass there by Brand. She'll get the swing, blocked but covered. Out to Stevens, blocked but covered again, and Carfino scrambling to get that ball back across the net. Dump by Aiken is covered. Latenkin. Parmova gets up, roll shot again.
Winning points in that little hole there that they found in the Durham defense.
Yeah, I think that was 3 of those roll shots, all into that same position, just behind where the middle blocker is going to be standing on that pin hit from the Polonia side. Now we've got 2 sets to 1. SideOut is leading this match. What do we think that we're going to expect to see from Durham in set number 4 to try and turn the tables back in their favor?
Yeah, I think there's a few things really. Durham's passing, not quite as strong as it was in the first set. Like we said, not able to run that offense system. I think personally, there looks like there's some fatigue in the Durham team. Not making one substitution yet. I wonder if Coach Paul Welsh will look to his bench in this set. Got to remember that these players played a huge game of volleyball yesterday, going to 5 sets in their semi-final.
Yeah, really heavy use of the middles yesterday as well. So the fact that they're relying on Latenkin and KJ Turner again today means that they might not have the gas in the tank that it takes to keep up with all of the points.
Yeah, and we've seen Polonia use those substitutions, whether it be defense specialist, serving specialist. They've got 3 really strong wide hitters in Parmova, Busa, and Tokarenko, and just able to rotate with those 3.
Yeah, the substitutions on the Durham bench still look like they're wearing their warm-up kit, so it doesn't look like there's immediately going to be any changes. Interested to see if this is just about, you know, the mental strength to survive this match, get as far as they can, try and get the gold medal if they can. Coach Paul Welsh having a very in-depth discussion with his captain, Brand, at the minute.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if the Durham block adjust themselves this set because the Polonia offense has been fairly one-dimensional.
When you've got the strength in your offense system like Polonia have, you know, they've got Sviridova, Tokarenko, Busa, Parmova. Don't always have to be that creative in your offense system because you've got some really solid players. Like to see Jagielska get a bit more involved in this game. Not seeing too much from the opposite here at Polonia.
Yeah, quite a lot of the outer system balls go into Tokarenko. You know, she's got that experience, but at the same time, especially in the last set when they were well in control, is that the opportunity that you give Jagielska the ball more often? Let her make mistakes. It's fine. She's a young player. This is a great atmosphere to develop in when you've got the pressure.
If you're able to set that opposite, frees up the game a bit for the middles and the four players. So let's see if she can get more involved in this set. Been impressed with her blocking lines though, front court.
Brand opens us up with a pass. Stevens is blocked by the setter Aiken to start us off.
Not sure if it got a touch on the block there or if it was just a tired swing by Sydney Stevens.
Great pass by Haber there. Stevens, much better swing straight down the front of Sviridova.
Yeah, choosing to hit in between the seam there.
So Brand will serve now. Confusion between Busa and Yilmaz on that ball. Busa leaving it for her libero, who had no idea that that was going to be the approach. Brand again aiming for that seam, but Busa well handled this time. Sviridova with the tip. Awkward pipe shot comes in. Sviridova again.
Interestingly that she went for the tip again. You know, then again, recycled point, giving the ball back to her and hitting hard to one.
That brings up Aiken to serve for Polonia. Service goes to Haber, and it's down. Great dipping float serve from Aiken.
Yeah, she's one of Polonia's strongest servers, and we're seeing why here.
Again at Haber. Again mishandled, but picked up. Stevens gets a strong swing on that. Back to Sviridova, tip again. Stevens off high hands, but well defended by Busa. Tokarenko off high hands. What a pickup by Brand. Carfino, strong swing.
Awesome volleyball there. What a defense play by Brand. Just managed to get a hand on the ball, as we're going to see here in the replay. Great piece of defense there by Brand, keeping Durham in the point.
Not just keeping that ball alive, but putting up a great ball that her setter was able to set straight out to Carfino to beat that block. Tokarenko to swing here, cross court and in.
Such clever hitting by Tokarenko.
I think that's the same shot she's been hitting from the outside position, in that rotation, hitting from the opposite, but still comfortable enough to hit that deep corner. Tokarenko serves. Great pass from Brand. What an angle from Carfino on that ball. The Polonia defense having no answer for that swing. Stevens to serve on Yilmaz. Beautiful pass. Jagielska with the swing going down the front of KJ Turner. Really rare block error from her.
She just didn't finish that one enough. She didn't penetrate over the net. Then the ball sort of went down in front of her.
So Sviridova to serve. Much better pass from Haber there. Slide for Turner. Off the hands and out.
So effective, that slide in the women's game. Don't see it in the men's game. But that slide ball, just able to take something, you know, give the blocker something different to look at.
Carfino serves at Yilmaz. Again, another great pass. Out to Busa.
Yeah, great shot by Busa. Swinging down the line. Oh, injury. Have we got an injury here? Looks like we've got a player down. Can't quite see who it is from where we're stood.
It's setter Aiken is down on the floor. Coach Mark is having a chat with her. Oh, she's standing up. That's good. Oh, she's going to be taken off the court.
Ooh, this could be a huge moment in the game as we see the side-out setter, who's been so good in this game, being subbed off. I don't think we'll be seeing her return to the court. So it means we're going to see the second setter coming in.
That brings up Scandali as the substitute setter to come in following that injury of Aiken.
And this could be a turning point in the game.
Yeah, really interesting as well to see that it come when Durham are only down by 1 point. So it's 5 points to 6. This is going to be mentally very difficult for the Polonia team.
Scandali has played 28 sets this season.
Smart ask from the coach here. He's just double checking with the second referee what rotation his players are meant to be in. Jagielska is behind the service line, so I think she knows where she is supposed to be, which means that Scandali starts in position 4 in the front court.
Coming in to a final, 2-1 up, 6-5 up in this fourth set. She did get some court time yesterday, I think.
She did. So, long break in the play. Jagielska to serve. Straight to Haber. Beautiful pass. Out to Brand, who takes a strong swing at it. Great first set by Scandali. Carfino from the pipe. Collected by Yilmaz to Tokarenko from the pipe on the Polonia side. Back out to Brand. Tokarenko shanks it. It's chased down by Busa, but nobody followed her.
Yeah, you've got to go with your defense. You've got to go with your player when she's being followed.
Again, the mental toughness of having to deal with an injury and trying to come back from that. Great pickup there by Stevens. Joust at the net. Busa to swing. Great defense by Turner there. Brand off the hands and out.
The Polonia team are furious there. Coach Mark is shocked that they didn't get the call for a double touch. Got to play to the whistle. Got to play to the whistle. Part of the game.
On-court captain Busa just talking to the first referee, getting some clarification on why that wasn't called as a double. So Turner back to serve again. Serves at Busa. Scandali sets, but looks a little low for Busa. She's not happy with that. Free balls it over. Brand again off the high hands and out. Coach Mark calling a timeout. Probably a smart time for a timeout.
Yeah, especially after a bad call or when you feel something hasn't gone your way. Very hard, very easy, for the team to feel and take that into the next point. So Mark choosing to take a timeout, get his team back into some composure and have a chance to talk to his new setter, Scandali, the Greek setter, who finds herself now setting in this final after we find out that Aiken is looking like she won't be returning to the court anytime soon, as she's currently receiving some medical treatment down there on the substitution bench.
Yeah, that injury happening at 5 points Durham to 6 points Polonia, and now it is 8 points for Durham and still 6 for Polonia. They haven't recovered from that. Rolling tape serve. Scandali has a joust at the net with Latinkin. Again, she has one. Somehow Yilmaz puts that ball over the net. Great swing by Brand, again off the high hands.
And I won't be surprised if we see the Durham offense system try to utilize that the set has just come onto court, not particularly warm, probably wasn't expecting to play, and a set the last couple of balls out to 4. That's a great set.
Again out to 4, but this time Busa much more comfortable with that set.
Scandali would just relax and get into the game. She's a very good setter.
Busa now to serve. Again serving at Haber. Decent pass, goes out to Brand. Again high hands, but much better containing block this time. Scandali with the setter dump.
Welcome to the game. What a moment for her.
That is exactly the type of ego boost you want as a new player on court.
Really brave to go for it there, but an awesome decision.
Busa serves again. Carfino with a beautiful pass to the middle. Latenkin, great pickup by Yilmaz. Pipe is wide.
Yeah.
From Busa.
Line judge calls it out. This
Very
time,
close.
Coach Mark agreeing with the decision.
Funny how that happens when it's going your way. Stanton to serve. Again at Yilmaz. Perfect pass to the middle. Jaden Scott going with a long tip this time, so they get a free ball back. Out to Tokarenko.
Really good setting, really good sketching. What I liked then is, if you notice it, the setter just had a look, because she knew she was getting a free ball, so she just had a look at what was going on the Durham defense side and choosing to go out to 4.
Jaden Scott to serve, short to Carfino. Beautiful pass, goes to the outside. Stevens down the line, taking advantage of Jagelska being too far in on that defensive positioning.
Dare I say it, has this got 5 sets written all over it?
Mentally dealing with your setter, who arguably is an integral part of your team, going off injured. This is going to be hard for hard for Polonia to recover from and get back into this match. Jagelska giving away a free rolling shot. Carfino is blocked but self-covers. She tips this time. Great cover by Busa. Out to Tokarenko, high hands.
Tokarenko putting the ball away.
You know, it's a bit one-dimensional from Scandali, who's only just come on the court. However, going back to a player with the level of experience that Tokarenko has and letting her do her thing is probably great from a team mentality standpoint. Beautiful set to Stevens.
Yeah. Taking advantage that the block wasn't quite formed. Hitting high, hitting into the block and out. So on this rotation, we've got Tokarenko hitting opposite and Jagielska hitting through 4. So they'll try and run the middle if they get a good ball.
Well read by Latenkin, doing a bit of middle defense. And then KJ Turner running a traditional A ball.
Yeah, Polonia will want to get out of this rotation quite quickly. Not one of their strongest rotations.
Latenkin serving at Busa, going out to Jagelska. Off balance cross court shot. Stevens with the roll, well read by Sviridova, who makes a great pickup. Jagelska self covers. Shooting ball out to Tokarenko.
Great set. Let's have a look at that one again. was almost being pushed outside the arrow, but Tokarenko did really well to maintain her composure in the air and put a swing on that ball.
So Tokarenko in the backcourt now comes up to serve at Haber again, who makes a perfect pass to Stevens. Strong swing from her. Jagielska unable to play that out of the net.
Durham just creeping into the lead now, 14-11. Stevens goes back to the service line with a heavy float serve.
At Yilmaz again. Back to the outside. Busa with a great cutting shot. Carfino picks it up, but Brand with a strong pipe. She was convinced it was in, but the line judge, I think, correctly calling that one out.
Yeah, they're going for the line.
So Sviridova back to serve now. At Brand. Out to Carfino. Rolling shot again. This is the shot that killed Durham in the last set, and now they're using it against Polonia.
Taste their own medicine here.
Carfino serves at Yilmaz. Scandelli sets to Jagielska.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so the line judge calling that ball out. The first referee saying, no, I saw a touch on that block. Carfino thinking that it was out and that it was going to be the Durham point, but actually it goes back to Polonia. It's now 13-15, Polonia to serve, down by 2 points. Scandelli is back around to the front court. Very smart, short serve, slide.
I can't remember a time where she hasn't won the point from a slide. So effective for Durham.
Defensive substitution again on the Polonia side. They've been making really good use of Hayashi in the backcourt, and she has been incredible. Serving straight at Hayashi, who puts up a great pass. Out to Busa. Great defense. Brand swings, picked up. Scandelli to the pipe. Tokarenko overcooking that one slightly.
Both appreciating the defense then, as we said it at the same time. From the middle, who played a bit of defense there. Good job, KJ Turner, as SideOut call a timeout. And they have a 4-point lead.
Again, mentally, SideOut trying to come back from being down after having an injury on their side of the court. What do you think Coach Mark is saying to his players right now?
It's tough. Since, the new set has come on, haven't really seen the middle. Setting the wide players. And as we know, Polonia's offense strength lies in their middle attack, especially with Sviridova. Although she's backcourt now and we've got Jaden Scott frontcourt, I'd like to see the Polonia setter get the middle back into this game.
Yeah, very different setting style from Scandelli from what we saw from Aiken. It's still a little one-dimensional. It still seems like she's not 100% comfortable in the match so far.
Here we go.
And
it's like she's listened to me. It's like they've got, it's like they can hear our commentary. Maybe they've got one of their statisticians listening to us live, because exactly what we asked for, setting the middle. Oh, we've got a ball on the court. I think going to need a let.
Okay, we're going to have a replay of that with a loose ball on the court, just striking the advertising board and rolling errantly out. To be fair, the Volunteers have been doing a great job today. It's not often that we've had to have a replay for that.
Oh, this is a big point now in this game. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout. You want to keep a 2-point lead, really, but...
Yeah, great serve by Busa. As Coach Paul, you'd probably be looking to call a timeout if your team don't put away the next point.
Yeah, and they get away with it this time with a service error there from Polonia. As the setter goes back to the service line now, meaning Durham have got 3 front row hitters.
Stanton serves between Busa and Hayashi. Busa takes it out to Tokarenko, who pulls a lefty. Stevens with the high hands. Great pancake by Yilmaz.
Not only did Harbour roll from 5 all the way over to the middle of the court, she put up a perfect pass with just one arm.
Stanton aiming at Busa again. Set goes back out to Tokarenko. High hands. Latinkin just not quite looking all the way set in that block. Her hands a little bit wider, letting the ball come through them.
SideOut needs something now. They need to get a run of points here before Durham creep ahead.
Good serve by Scott. Out to Stevens. Great dig by Busa. Tokarenko aiming for the line.
She knows that's a big opportunity she's missed there, as they played some really good defense to keep themselves in that point.
And that puts Durham at that crucial 20-point mark, with SideOut down 4 points in this 4th set. Brand serving at Busa. To the middle, Spiridova.
There we go. She's back front row as the setter now goes back row for Polonia.
So we'll see a reversal of that defensive substitution as Jagielska comes back in to play the front row rotation.
I think we know Jagielska hasn't had much of the ball here, so if there's a good pass, I think we're going to guess it's going middle for Polonia. If not, it's going to go up to 4. So let's see if the Durham girls can read this.
Great pass by Haber there. Carfino with a hard cross-court shot, well dug by Yilmaz. Jagielska off balance. Stevens cross. Dig by the setter. Confusion on the Durham side on who was taking that first ball. Stevens trying to tip. Mishandles it.
Great defense there from the Polonia side. They're fighting. They want to stay in this set. 2 points now, 18-20. Setter back row, 3 front court hitting options for Polonia.
Serves at Brand. Again, another decent pass for Durham. Carfino in, off Jagielska's hands.
Yeah,
really
not the best set there. Just falling short. It was a bit inside. But she did really well to make something of that play. As we see
a serving substitution with Sutki to come on for Latinkin in the service. Probably defensive as well there. Great short serve. Swing from Stevens is well picked up by Busa. Going out to Tokarenko. So Scandali in that point, facing Tokarenko. Very unlikely that ball's going anywhere else. Where's the Durham ball?
It was obvious, you know, the new player coming in, Tokarenko was going to put some pressure on her.
Tokarenko serves. Stevens to swing. Almost no block from the Polonia side, and then Spiridova getting up at the last second. Sharp angle from Busa. Ball goes to Spiridova, who's blocked by KJ Turner at a crucial moment.
Again, you knew it was going there, and the Durham blocking read that very well. Good block by KJ Turner. 22-19 with Sydney Stevens back to the service line with that heavy float serve of hers.
At Tokarenko. Carfino to swing. Again, that rolling shot. Yilmaz has to chase that down. Jagielska puts over a free ball. Turner taking the first one and then going for the slide, but is blocked. What a touch by Carfino. How did Durham keep that ball alive? Out to Busa, who's blocked.
What a point for Durham. Monster block, but how did they stay in that point?
Monster block by the setter as well, but all down to that defense by Carfino to somehow keep that ball alive. Stevens serves again at Tokarenko. Out to Busa. Rolling shot is mishandled by KJ Turner.
We're going to see some substitutions here, I think, for Polonia, bringing serving specialist back on. Millard.
Let's see if she can continue to put pressure on this Durham passing unit like she has done the last couple of sets. She's closed it out for Polonia. Can she make the difference and bring them back to close it out in 3-1? Tough ask. Millard serves at Haber. Great pass. Slide again. High hands.
Putting pressure on that new player who'd just come on. KJ Turner was always going to try and swing line or tip. And it brings up set point.
Yeah,
Durham.
Coach Mark here just trying to put a slight delay by undoing that substitution and then bringing on Yilmaz as the libero for the middle on the Polonia side. But Carfino to serve for the set. Short service.
Oh.
Jagielska does well to pick that up off the net. Busa with a cross-court shot, well defended by Brand. Slide for KJ Turner again.
And what a way to finish the 4th set. With KJ Turner hitting that slide ball again.
Again, so effective there. No block in front of her. Busa just a little too far on the inside. And now we are going to 5 sets again. What an intense day of volleyball that we've had so far today. Really excited to see what happens in set number 5. It's a definite toss-up between these two teams. Both coaches, I'm sure, telling their girls, you know, you're doing a lot of things right. We have to just keep our heads, keep calm, play to the strengths of our own side, play our own volleyball, which is something that both coaches mentioned in their pre-match interviews. You know, they both said specifically that they are focused on the play and the tempo on their own side of the net and less so about what's going on their opponent's side. So next set to start in just a minute or two. MZ Stan bringing his young friend back out on the court to try and hype up the crowd ahead of the start of this 5th set. Great to see it. Everybody's having a great time here at the National Volleyball Center in Kettering. If you haven't been able to make it this time, this is definitely an unmissable event. So if you can try and make it next time around, anytime the National Volleyball Center is hosting some volleyball, definitely want to make it down here. Great day out.
So we are going to a 5th set.
Again.
3 games today, 3 5-setters, 1 more to go with the men's final following this.
I know you weren't here last weekend, Luke, but Michael, Dennis, and I, and Alex Chenery, who was actually part of the commentary team last weekend, but he's having to coach this weekend. We were all screaming for a 5-setter last weekend, and we have certainly gotten a bellyful today.
The crowd are definitely getting their money's worth of volleyball. We are about to see our 15th set of the day.
Sorry, you guys can't see my face, but I'm just, you know, when your mind is blown and your face kind of does a silly thing.
I just think it shows the level of volleyball that we've got in this country at the moment, with all of the teams going to 5 sets, shows how close the level is between all 4 of these teams that are here representing the top 4 in this Final 4 competition for Volleyball England.
Yeah, really exciting to see. Those of you that are here in the chat, let us know who you're cheering for in this 5th set. Agree with one comment that I can see at the minute that says this is exciting. That might be an understatement.
Here we go.
Scandelli starts us off straight to the middle on the Durham side. Great defense by Tukarenko. out to Stevens, who strikes the ball looking for high hands. Apologizes to her teammates, knows she missed the mark on that one. So Scandali to serve again.
But trying to get the middle running. Set the middle, first opportunity they good.
Back to Haber again. What a pass. Back to Latenko. Great cover there. Free ball to Durham. Stevens to swing between the blocker's hands that time.
Yeah, found the gap in the block. Great shot by Sydney Stevens after making a mistake on the last opportunity she had. As Alice Brand now goes back to the service line.
Brand serves at Tokarenko, straight to the middle, Sviridova.
Just managing to get through the middle of the block there. It's a balance between taking space as a middle blocker, but also not leaving too much space for the ball to go through. So Sviridova just getting enough there.
Great pass by Haber on that tough serve. Stevens with a hard cross-court shot, almost a slide. Busa from the pipe. Straight to the middle, Sviridova well read. Latenkin sets for Carfino.
So impressive. So impressive that. You know,
what a use of the hands.
We often praise when hitters hit the ball inside the 3-meter line or hit a really good shot, but for me, that's just as impressive. Great shot.
Busa puts the ball up, out to Tokarenko, high hands, but well defended by Brand. Shoot ball to KJ Turner, again well defended by Busa. To the middle on the Polonia side, but a little uncomfortable that time. Stevens, dug by Scandali. Jagielska with a great set out to Tokarenko. Ball goes out to Carfino. Tokarenko defends, so it comes straight back to her, and she's blocked. Sorry, I thought she had been blocked there, but actually it came down the front of KJ Turner, who then
smiling.
Tried to pick it up, but brought it into her own face.
(3-2) to side out.
Sviridova here to serve. Straight into the net.
I think it's our second service error today. She's had a few.
Yeah, really disappointing in a set when you only have 15 points. Every point really counts in the 5th set of a match. Stevens serves. Yilmaz struggles to deal with it, so Tokarenko has to take the second ball. Doesn't put it up in a position that Busa can hit it. Carfino will have a swing. Well defended. Out to Tokarenko. Off the high hands, but picked up by Carfino. KJ Turner with the slide again.
Yeah, there she goes again, using the hands. Blockers just need to trust their defense, leave the line, let her hit it. You've got the libero down there, but if you don't finish that block, you know, with your hands facing back into court, someone like KJ Turner will wipe off it, and she's done it again.
Much better pass from Yilmaz. So they try and get they try and get Jaden Scott involved in the offense there.
And now we see Durham going into the lead, 5-3. Just a reminder that the teams will swap ends at 8 in this 5th set.
Out to Tokarenko, who takes a hard swing at that one. Confusion on the Polonia side. Tokarenko having to swing from the left-hand side. Much better block from Jaden Scott. Recycled.
Gone to her again. Don't think she was quite ready that time, so choosing not to hit power, but just to hit a roll cut shot as side out say, let's have a timeout here. We don't want this lead to get away from us at 6-3 down.
Great to see the players on the Polonia bench coming out to greet their teammates in this timeout, jumping up and down, trying to raise their spirits, letting them know that they're playing well. There's just a couple of things they need to really be accurate with.
Just looking here at the side out timeout to wonder what coaching team are telling their players. I might need.
serves again at Yilmaz. Still struggling on that service reception, but a much better swing from Tokarenko. KJ Turner just lost that one as it came off the block. Really hard sometimes to see that ball. Interesting, it looks like Aiken wants to come back in for her team. Really surprising to hear after the tumble she took earlier. Confusion on Durham's side, but well picked up. Carfino with a very loopy rolling shot. Ball goes out to Tokarenko again.
Durham needs to keep being aggressive with this offense and just rolling it in there. They need to keep this Polonia team on the back foot, so keep swinging, keep being aggressive.
Jagielska serves. Again, they're still serving at Haber. Slide. Jaden Scott getting a decent block touch on that, but unable to cover it. That brings Carfino up to serve. Double substitution on the Polonia side.
Aiken coming back in.
You can hear the fans cheering for Aiken. Really exciting to see her come back in. This is going to be a true double substitution, so they're bringing Parmova in to the front court and putting Aiken in as the backcourt setter.
Make sure they're in rotation here. Just means Tokarenko has to hit this one at opposite.
Aiken goes straight to Tokarenko, who puts out a very wide
She's missed
ball.
it. Aiken's been off the court for a while, and she's come on. First set, slightly wide, and it's 8-5 as we switch sides in this final set of this women's final.
Right, you can see the faces on the Polonia side looking just a little bit stressed out now. But let's just see if Aiken coming back in brings a calming presence to the team and gets them back on track.
Here we go then.
Carfino serves at Busa. Aiken pushes it out to Parmova. Great dig by Haber. Parmova again with a rolling shot. Haber again there. Deep tip from KJ Turner. First of those that we've seen from her in this match.
Yeah, she made the right choice. She wasn't quite ready to hit it, so she just looked, saw a gap, volleyed into the deep corner. But again, some awesome defense by the Durham Libero Haber.
Yeah, how she was there for both of those defensive touches is absolutely phenomenal.
Not only getting a touch on the ball, but making it playable so that the Durham team can play offense off of defense. That's what's so impressive. You know, in the women's game, we talk about it being sometimes a bit more entertaining than the men's game because the rallies go on for that little bit longer. And we're seeing some awesome volleyball from these two teams as we go back, and Durham winning 9-5.
Yeah, tough ask from Polonia here to come back with 4 points down when you've only got 70 points left in this set. Better pass from Tokarenko there. Going back out to the captain. Again dug by Haber. Slide by KJ Turner is not well handled. Beautiful dig by Yilmaz. Out to Parmova. High hands. And the rally continues. Great set by Turner there, but Tokarenko with the clutch block.
The Durham men in the corner then standing up because they thought that was going to be a Durham point. But Polonia had a different opinion and stuffed blocked there.
Tokarenko serves at Haber. Haber again with the clutch, beautiful pass. And of course,
KJ Turner. If you haven't seen her already, she is on fire in this game.
It's really impressive actually to say that Durham played a 5-setter yesterday and KJ Turner was their lead scorer in the attacking offense, and then today I think she might be the lead scorer yet again. Great swing from Busa over the top of that block. Out to Brand. What a pickup by Busa there. Straight to the middle. Good play by Tokarenko. Parmova very tight between the block and the antenna. Free ball coming back for Polonia. Going out to Busa, who uses the hands of Stanton.
We'll see that serving sub again, I think, as Jaden Scott being subbed off.
Miller to come on now with that crazy slide serve that's been so effective for the side-out team.
5 points required from Durham, 10-7.
Great serve. Carfino well handled there. Brand.
And that's what's been so good about this Durham team. They have really used the middle, and that time, not choosing to go there this time, sticking it out to 4, but allowing that 4 player to have just 1 blocker. Love to see some stats at the end of this game about how many sets the middles have had, because I think Durham will be winning in that game.
Stanton serves to Yilmaz. Beautiful pass straight to Sviridova.
Oh.
Latinkin very excited about trying to take that ball over on the second, but doesn't quite get the contact. Polonia serving 8-11. Durham still in the lead. Stevens takes that first ball.
I didn't see any touch on the block.
I didn't see anything either. That just looked like a bit of a wild swing from Stevens, aiming for that line, but the block not leaving her anywhere to go. Stevens again, blocked. Great pickup by Aiken. Tokarenko from the pipe.
Oh, big point. Great cover there from the Polonia defense. Durham get the point to make it 12-9.
Yeah, we've said a couple of times in the past that Polonia have relied on the experience of Tokarenko, but that just letting her down that time.
We're going to see the double substitution here from Polonia to keep the setter back court. So the setter will come on for Parmova and play at 1.
Yeah, so going back to the starting setter for this set of Scandali, keeping that height in the front of the court.
And I think coach has had 6 substitutions, so there can be no more subs from the Polonia team.
Good pass by Busa, straight to the middle. Sviridova with that off-speed tip. And then Stevens with that clutch kill.
13-9.
The pressure's really on Polonia here. They're now at 9-13. Durham are only 2 points away from this match. Scandali back to Busa on the opposite.
Big swing. Now, Coach Paul Welsh hasn't had any timeouts yet, I don't think. So just something to think about to protect this lead.
Busa to serve. This time aiming at Brand, but well handled. Stevens again with the swing. Great defense off that containing block. Tokarenko aiming for down the line, and you can see the disappointment on her face, knowing she missed that wide.
And we've got a serving sub. So talk about pressure. You're coming on, Suki's coming on to serve at match point in the women's final.
At Busa, off the net to Jagelska, who has an off-speed rolling shot. Carfino for the point, between the hands of the blockers.
And they have done it. Look what it means to the coaching team at Durham as they win in a 5-setter. What a game. Meaning Durham win this title for the 3rd season in a row.
Amazing performance from both teams here. As a spectator and a commentator, at least today, how are you feeling about the MVP selection? It's going to have to be so tough.
I mean, I'm torn here because as someone who used to play in the setting position, then I think Stanton played a really good game. I also think KJ Turner had a really good game. So, interesting, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see the MVP presentation here in a few minutes after we see the medals given out, because these teams each will receive a medal today. We have a gold medal, and a silver medal to hand out. We're going to find out in just a moment if I'm absolutely making that up.
So another 5-set thriller here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering sees Durham win 3-2.
What a tight match.
One more match to go. Are we going to see 4 5-setters?
Could we be so lucky? What an incredible day of volleyball, though. I mean, to start the day off with a 5-set tight match, carry it on with a crazy 5-setter from the men's, finishing it up with the gold medal match being so tight, going to 5 yet again, with Durham coming back to win in the 5th set. Who knows what happens in this final men's gold medal match?
And we said at the start that Durham, we were a bit concerned that Durham didn't have the depth in their team. But some players they have, you know, for me what was really impressive was the ability to use that middle. They got that slide going, meaning that those Durham outside players had an easier a day at the office really, because the middle was so well established. And I think Polonia will be disappointed with that because they knew going into this game that they probably were the favourites.
Yeah, a bit of pressure on Polonia there. Durham definitely had a couple of lulls where we both were talking about whether or not they were feeling that fatigue after playing a 5-setter yesterday. But somehow they came back, they dug deep, they had that mental strength to come in and perform so well. We can see Dennis Schopp just speaking to the captain of the Durham squad, Alice Brand, as the winners.
And what we can see now is the Polonia men enter the hall. They'll want to get revenge. They'll want to win. As they take on Durham in the men's final.
Yeah, really looking forward to that one. Great round of applause here. So we're just going to hear about our runners-up, SideOut Polonia, who are going to be presented with some silver medals.
As the teams are presented their medals by James Murphy from Volleyball England.
So starting here with number 2, Caroline Miller, looking like we're going in a slight odd order. I would have expected them to start with number 9, the captain, Jana Parmova. Number 6, Jaden Scott. Number 3, Merv Aiken. Number 5, Masha Spiridova. Number 18, Yulia Tokarenko. Number 19, Sydney Busa. Number 10, the libero Alara Yilmaz. Number 12, the junior Alice Jagielska, who just won the under-18 championships with Boswells and was the MVP in that match. Number 16, Kanako Hayashi. Number 15, Konstantina Skandali, who came in clutch at a time when Aiken went off injured with an ankle injury. And the other libero, number 4, Anna Sumi, as well as the coaching team, including Mark Kontopoulos and Vladislav Pochin. Big round of applause for the squad.
These two teams have been dominant in the ladies' game for the last 3 years, with Durham winning the last 3 seasons and Polonia coming second. We've seen Polonia win this title last in 2020, and they'll be really disappointed because they knew they had an opportunity today.
Yeah, now we're seeing the gold medals being presented to the Durham Palatinates, starting with captain number 7, Alice Brand. And going to the rest of the squad, number 10, Malaya Stanton, the setter. Number 5, Sydney Stevens. Number 4, Taylor Latenked. Number 18, Carmen Carfino. Number 6, KJ Turner. Number 2, the amazing libero, Emily Haber. Number 15, clutch service substitute, Susanna Sutke. Number 11, Casey Bell. Number 1, Hannah Lube. And number 8, Sydney Aber. As well as their coaching staff, headed up by Coach Paul Welsh, assisted by Ross Enfield.
So there will be a short break on the live stream as we get ready for the men's final. Final words from you, Jess, about that match?
What a match. I don't think I can say hardly anything else. We're just waiting now to find out who the MVP was of this match. Really interested to see who was chosen, because I don't think that we would be able to choose from up here in the commenting box.
Here at the National Volleyball Center today, we would like to announce today's MVP of this game. An outstanding performance in the final from both teams, but there can only be one
MVP announced for today's match from Durham Palatinates is number 5, Sydney Stevens, who was so effective.
She had a really solid game. Very, very skillful and experienced volleyball player.
You can see her pointing at her teammates, the joy on her face, the pride in her performance, which well deserved.
We're going to see the trophy now being awarded to Durham.
As they get their official photo as the champions of the Mari Women's Super League 2024, taken to be, and you'll be able to see that on Instagram later this evening. Great game to watch tonight. As a reminder, my name is Jess Smith. I've been assisted this afternoon with Luke Wiltshire, and it was a great game to watch. Really looking forward to seeing you here shortly for the men's gold final. Thanks again, Luke.
My pleasure. I think I'm going to go and sit in a dark room for a bit. I've just done two epic five-set matches, and I am excited to see what happens in the final match of this Final Four weekend as we see Polonia take on Durham. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back fairly soon.